So why should you track macros? Well, for me there's a couple of things, and I think the first one is really how much it helps you learn about your food and about what you consume just by tracking and by the process of tracking your macros in the MyFitnessPal app or other apps. That's probably the favourite one. It helps you really see what is in foods in terms of a macronutrient breakdown point of view, so you can see how much protein, how much carbs, how much fat, and by tracking lets you see really how much you are consuming each day. So I think that's the first sort of major reason as to why you should track your macros, and it's for the purpose of education, for you learning more about what you consume. So the second point is sort of twofold. It really helps you visually see what you're consuming and visually see the quantity that you're consuming as well, because you are tracking it, and by the process of tracking you get to see exactly a breakdown of what you're eating, of when you're eating, and that kind of thing. It really helps you understand, again, better understand your consumption of food. And then secondly, just by tracking, and just from all the clients that I work with, you see this every single time, just by tracking, it automatically makes you more conscious of what you eat and makes you more conscious of the choices that you make and what you choose to consume, which I think is a really, really good thing. If it takes tracking to make you more conscious of what you consume, then that's a great place to start. Obviously, it's not a permanent solution, but for making you more aware and fundamentally making you more aware of what you consume, tracking is a great place to start. Then finally, the third point is, it is likely the most accurate way. It is pretty much the most accurate way for you to track your consumption. Granted, there are ways, especially with the MyFitnessPal app, with incorrect entries and things like that, but aside from that, it is generally the most accurate way to track what you consume, and you visually have a number at the end of the day of how much you have consumed, and working with that on a daily basis lets you see in a really tangible way sort of what you're doing with your nutrition and how you can then move forward to wherever you want to go with your nutrition, whether it is you are trying to pack on some muscle, whether it is you're trying to cut body fat, putting yourself in a deficit or into a surplus. With that number on a daily basis, and by tracking, you have a real tangible sort of, you have that number that you can work with, and you can see if you are going in the right direction or not.